Hey gamers, welcome to yet another DSP video. I did that video about the suggestion box thinking, oh, that's gonna be it. I won't need to do another DSP video for like a week or anything, right? Right, correct? But of course, DSP just had to make forced drama happen. That's something to call these little segments. It's really when there's nothing going on and he's not getting enough attention, so DSP just has to force a drama segment so that people can like come in and watch and be like, oh my god, and either give him money, attention, or whatever he's looking for. That's really all this is. So let's get into it.
Was it if I never left?
I just started randomly, so I don't know.
How it was. And now it's not like that. Now a day that I don't stream is a day that it hurts me and my family. You know, it sets me back essentially. So
that's like true, but isn't it kind of true about any job?
Monday, I still got today and tomorrow, so still 2 more full-time days of streaming, right? But these symptoms, they persist. I still got a running
dude, this is like nothing. He's complaining about a runny nose and all this stuff. Like he got over the worst of it, correct? And now he's like in the milder symptoms of his sickness, and he's acting as if like he still has like the major issue. He sounds better, like, to the point where he sounds the same as he does usually, because he also stops to blow his nose. Like this sounds like a normal fucking person for DSP, but he has to like milk it, man.
Nose. I still got the post-nasal drip constantly
going
down
the drip
the back of my throat. I still got a tickle in my throat and I'm still coughing. And I'm not
he barely been coughing.
Really feeling any better. You know what I mean? And it sucks because I'm resting. I'm not overexerting. I'm resting, but I'm still having all these symptoms. And
yeah, but these are
nothing I can do.
But these are like nothing symptoms though. These are like if I was like sounding like this and I was like this blowing my nose, I would still go to school at that point. Like you're really doing nothing. I mean, maybe at most just wear a mask, but it's like, yeah, that's just it.
It's just either a bad flu or it's COVID. It's one or the other.
Then why don't you take a test? Oh no, you can't do that, man. But he's going out Thursday on his day off. But you know, why would he take a COVID test, man? Idiot.
And there's nothing that can be done to negate that feeling of shittiness. You know, I don't feel good. Being honest, like mentally, I am all here. I'm ready to enjoy games. I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to chill with you guys and have a good conversation and have a good day of streaming today. But physically, my body's not all here. I feel drained. I feel like these allergy, and it feels like allergies, like bad allergies at this point. And I know it's not. It's these annoying, lingering symptoms, right?
Right?
There we go.
There we go. See, I coughed.
And there's nothing I can do. You know, a lot of people say, take medicine. If it doesn't do anything for me. Medicine has never worked for me. I'm not kidding you. Over the counter.
Didn't he like take like a boatload of Advil or whatever? Or was it Advil or aspirin? I don't say Advil. Aspirin, I don't think you would use that. That's I think for heart. But he took medication, and he said, "Oh, this dude just complained about Amazon not delivering Advil or whatever the fuck." Okay.
Cold medicine has never done a thing to me. The only one is the ones that knock you out at night, like NyQuil. That will work. But none of the over-the-counter remedies have ever worked because I have post-nasal drip. So because I basically have worse symptoms than most people who get a cold because my post-nasal drip never stops. So
of course,
it's just, you know, constant. Oh my god, my nose, gotta blow it. Oh my god, the drip. Oh my god, I'm coughing. Oh my, I'm just tired of it. And
oh my god, the drip.
It's been a week and a half now. And
oh my god, the drip.
And they're pissing me off. They're just really starting to annoy me. In fact, right now, no exaggeration, I have to blow my nose. I'm not kidding. It's bothering me. I have to get up and I have to blow my nose. So go hold on 1 second while I do that.
I love he has to get up and like walk off the camera to blow his nose because apparently doing this is disgusting. I think it's But we see this dude like fucking shove his hand down his mouth, up his nose, in his ears, in his eyes, in his hair, all over the place. But seeing him just blow into a tissue, that's disgusting. Okay. And look how long this is, too.
There you go.
There you go.
Case in point. But just to compound the matter, you know,
It's
not just about me and what's going on with me in my life. It's about my family. And my wife is also sick. And she got it after me. So she's about 3 to 4 days behind.
Remember, like, Leanna was sick. And DSP had Leanna sleep on the couch in the basement so he wouldn't get sick. He's sick. Does he sleep on the couch? Does he even send Kat to sleep on the couch because he's sick? No. They both sleep in the same bed, probably. I am a little bit guessing, but that's, you know, still the only way I can think of how they transmitted it, dude.
Where I am in the cold, you see? So now, basically, she's to a level where she can do normal stuff during the day, but she's still weak. She still has tons of congestion in her head. She can't smell anything because her nose is completely congested. And she's sore. She's still kind of sore all over. She's where I was on Thursday or Wednesday of last week, basically. You know? So she's behind me and she's suffering. So, like, not only am I suffering, right? She's suffering too.
Oh my God.
That sucks because one day, hopefully, if you don't have this,
you know, it is kind of shitty to be like, well, there's worse stuff going on in the world, man, and whatever. Like, oh my God, who the fuck's calling? It's Bam. Not gonna pick it up. Probably gonna be like, oh, you have shareholder meetings. No, a bitch. Shut up. As much as I don't want to be that guy, be like, well, there's worse things in the world going on right now. You know, that kind of stuff. But just imagine you watch the news and you hear what's going on in the world, and then you go to DSP stream and you're just like, okay. I mean, you're like, wow, a school got bombed. All right, DSP. Guys, we're suffering here. We can't breathe because our noses are stuffy, but we're able to do stuff. Okay, whatever.
But when you have found that person who you care about more than anyone else, and
oh my God, now I got reminded.
One day, hopefully, if you don't have this, you'll understand what I mean.
My God, this dude is so fucking corny. He thinks it's so special to have a girlfriend and a wife. It's kind of like a humble brag to the point where it's not even humble anymore. Guys, you don't understand it, but like one day you will. Like, dude, why are you talking to us like we're fucking 5? Do you guys know what a husband and wife are? Do you know the bond that they have and people get married? Do you know that feeling? Do you understand it? No, Phil, I don't understand it. I don't think I ever fucking will, bitch.
But when you have found that person who you care about more than
all of this to say, guys, Kat feels awful, and man, I hate seeing her that way, or whatever the fuck. Which is like, yeah, no shit. The people you love, you would hate to see bad shit happen to them. What a concept. Okay.
Anyone else, and you want to spend the rest of your life with. You want nothing more than for that person to be happy and to be safe.
Oh my God, this is so fun. This is just it's pissing me off because it's just buzzwords for a fucking gift card. You want them to be safe and happy. Like, okay, you know what kind of like, obviously you would want that for anyone that you love, right? Obviously, unless you're an abusive person. But you don't need to explain that. If you feel that way,
to be having a good time, and my wife is not having a good time.
Okay, because she's sick. Oh my God, dude, she's not having a good time being sick. Okay, but you know what? At least he doesn't have to amputate her fucking leg, right? Or at least he doesn't have cancer. Like, if you're gonna be this corny and say, well, she's suffering because of her sickness, then fuck off. She does have cancer at least, right, Phil? Oh, at least she doesn't have a terminal disease and she's gonna die tomorrow. At least she's that. She just has the fucking cold. Okay.
My wife is in a very, shitty position for a week, or almost a whole week now. She's been sick, and it just feels like very crappy. It's not good. She wants to feel better, and she can't feel better because she's sick.
Are these people fucking babies? Like when I was like, in high school, college, whatever the fuck, and I would go to the dentist and they say, oh, you need to get like, may need to get cavities, you might need to get like a crown, whatever, And I'm like, okay, whatever, let's do that, whatever. And they're like, oh, do you want like a painkiller? This stuff, because you're gonna feel this way after the operation, all this stuff. It's like, nah, I'm good. Because in my mind, it's like, this is temporary. The pain is gonna go away on its own. Eventually, I'm just gonna deal with it, whatever. I'll deal with the pain and live with it. And I lived with it. Didn't take any painkillers or anything like that because I'm a big boy. And with sickness like this, that I know it's gonna I'm gonna get over it, I just deal with it. It's like, yeah, this is temporary. Yeah, I'm gonna feel like shit for a while, but, it is what it is. Like, yeah, it sucks and it's annoying, but I'm not gonna sit there and start crying. Oh my God, I feel so bad. And all this stuff, like, my God, man, this dude is like a baby. Both of them are babies. It's complain that they don't feel fine. Wow, it's because you're sick, but sickness is temporary. It will come and go, and then you'll be able to fucking play video games without a headache or whatever.
Okay.
So,
it is what it is. I can't fix that. All I can do is try to help her out. If she needs a drink or she needs something, But it's the same as me. It's just going to be something that time is going to take in order to recover, right? And
oh my God, this is so stupid, dude. Like, man, it's so funny to me. It always seemed bizarre. When I was young and I would get sick, I never had anyone like deliver me food or do anything, so I just had to do it myself. Like, oh, I need a sec. Okay, let's go to the kitchen, get the sec myself, whatever. And then just go about my day, sit down and just relax. The most my parents had me do when I was sick was just having me lie down a lot or whatever. But it was never like, oh, you need to be weighted hand and foot. Oh, we'll get you a drink of water if you need a drink or something. It was always just, just fucking do it. Get your own fucking food, pretty much. I mean, obviously my parents cooked for me, okay? But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But like, this dude is acting as if like she can't like get up and walk around, but he also said that she can move around. Okay. I mean, whatever. I mean, if he wants to do nice things for her, fine. But it's so corny. We don't need this information.
It's affecting us physically. It is affecting us mentally,
Staring at the data.
Yeah. By the way, guys, today I'm starting something new. I just want to try it for today's stream. I have YouTube set up.
Oh, look at this. Look at this funny fucking meme. He's pretending like this will be a one-time thing. Guys, we're going to try it for this one stream. We're going to test it out. This is going to be a forever thing. He never tries something and doesn't do it. Like, it's the same thing as when he has trial mods. The trial mods are basically mods. Yeah, I've never seen him give someone mod ship and then say, well, the trial's over, you're not being a mod anymore, we don't need you. I never see him do that. It's always, okay, these are trial mods, and then they just become mods. So this is a test as much as that.
Ads on this stream, but I had it set up ultra conservative automatic ads.
Whoa.
I wonder what that means, because there's 3 levels.
Now,
ad.
You know what's funny? He fucking bragged about how Twitch is so bad. People should go to Twitch because Twitch forces them to use ads, man. Twitch is forcing them to do ads. I would never do that. Twitch is evil. They're making their streamers do ads. I would never do that for my streams. Oh, and look at him today. He's doing it for his streams. And the thing is, there's one thing that, like, people could say, I don't want to do this, and then, like, later on, they decide to do the thing they said they didn't want to, but they at least would acknowledge that and say, yeah, I said this before, but, you know, now I realize that I do kind of need this or whatever. Like, they at least acknowledge that they have said something in the past that they would never do, and then explain why they decided to do it or whatever. DSP just says, I will never do this evil virtue signal it, and brag about it, and then just go back on it, and never address that. Just casually, too. Just casually will do that. It is so fucking gonzo that this dude just says stuff, and then when it's like, when his little beliefs are challenged, he crumbles. It's the bad back, dude.
Medium ads and conservative ads. I set it up to be conservative ads. So for those of you watching live, I'm curious, how intrusive are these ads? How often do they play? I'm purposefully testing it today.
Purposefully.
In fact,
it's not an accidental.
ad break is going to run in 10 seconds. So I'm curious if you guys could tell me what you see. What kind of ads do you see? How many are there? I want your feedback, all right? So it's going to start in just a
like,
few
I would
seconds
love
here,
if his chat actually said they don't want this. You know what? They should say that. They should say, we don't want these ads, Phil. These ads are bad or whatever. And it's annoying or whatever. So that way he'll never do it forever, which he claims he would do if they said that, which I don't believe. I honestly don't believe that. Because again, he wants to do it. He wants to do it. So, you know.
See the ads?
But I have a dual monitor setup for the first time in my life, so this is like
some of you may
trippy.
not see ads at all. All right.
Okay. All right. Why?
Because ads are regional. They're based on location. So you may live in a part of the world where the ads don't apply, so you won't see them. You may have ad.
Okay, we could just skip it.
That's your prerogative. YouTube is atrocious with the amount of ads that play on it.
Yeah, and you're part of the problem. I love it. He says, oh, it's atrocious. I'm running ads, though. So you're part of the problem. Why do you want to be part of the problem, Phil?
It's almost unbearable. All right. However, I will say this.
Oh my god, again. I love he says, it's unbearable, it's awful, and stupid. So we're testing it. Okay.
I will say this. If you have YouTube Premium, oh my god, is YouTube a better place? YouTube Premium, yes, it's like $15 a month or something like that, but you never have to watch an ad. Everything works at the highest quality all the time.
The highest quality is stupid? Because I don't think that's the case. Whatever.
And who uses YouTube all the time.
We're just gonna skip ahead. Yeah. Ads.
YouTube pressures me to have YouTube run ads. It says, you don't run ads on your streams. Let us do it.
Okay, you know what? Remember when that feature was triggered? Like, oh no, they're turning it on. Oh, that pisses me off. Oh my god, fuck you, YouTube, and all that. He was like pretending to be so upset that it was playing ads. And look at him today. He's like jumping up and down for it. Like, oh yeah, man.
We have this new system that we just sent. All right, and or that we just designed. And what it is, 3 levels. It's like super intrusive.
3 levels.
Ads, heavy ads, medium balanced ads, and conservative ads. All right. And I'm curious. Number 1, how often do they play for you guys? And number 2, how intrusive they are. And of course, number 3, will they even help me or my business? Right now I had a couple hundred people on the stream, and out of that,
this is so fucking dumb. You know what? This is very disingenuous, and I fucking want to like fucking punch this guy now. Think about it. He starts the stream off saying, "Oh, there's something I want to talk about, a little heart to heart or whatever the fuck." So already he's like drama baiting. So that's one. And the same day he suddenly wants to try out ads. It is so funny how that all lines up, and especially when you have like all these slow streams too. It's really almost like all of these slow streams made him desperate. Wow.
Actually just watched an ad, right? Maybe like 20%. So what did I make? Like a nickel, right? I'm just curious. I wanted to try it out for a few streams
Oh my
to
god.
see how it works. And if it ends up being something insanely annoying, then I'm just gonna turn it off forever.
Oh
But if it ends up
yeah.
being not so annoying.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely turn it off forever if it's annoying. Yeah, definitely. I believe that. Definitely. Guys, I'll stop playing Skullgirls if you guys say it's annoying. And then one guy's gonna say in the comments, Theo, it's annoying. Then another one's gonna say, Skullgirls rules. Okay, I'm playing Skullgirls forever. It's so stupid. It's so stupid to say this shit. Come on, man.
And people are like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's only every once in a while. And if it helps out me in the business, then I should probably leave it on. You know, right now I left it on conservative just to see how often the conservative.
But this is stupid though, because he claims he runs ads after pre-stream and like all that. So why don't you just do that like you've been doing? And again, this goes against what he brags about. This dude bragged and shat on so many content creators. Oh, all these people have ad breaks and they put ads. I don't do that. I only do what? Like one ad break? Now he's not even doing ad breaks. He's just putting ads in the middle of his meaningful podcast. You know the thing he says is meaningful? Isn't that really funny? He's doing this podcast that he says everyone loves. It's so robust and meaningful. But now he just wants to have ads play every 30 minutes. And his pre-stream podcast is like, what, an hour? So you get maybe one ad on a nice day. But this dude, it's DSP. And I can definitely see him artificially expanding the pre-stream, the podcast, be longer to fill with more ads. Okay, and this dude knows all this will be added to the existing YouTube revenue, so yeah, on its own, it's not gonna help, but the YouTube stream ads, the YouTube video ads, the super chats, the memberships, and then the DSP Act channel, all that stuff will be all factored into his YouTube payment.
Ads play and how many and how bad it is. Maybe even balanced would be okay. I don't know.
Again,
balanced for what
he wants to go from conservative. This fucker wants to give you the best experience with the ad system. So he's like, okay, we'll do conservative. And then he wants to up it to balanced. He already is thinking about upping it to balance. And then he's gonna and then if you don't like either, let's go back to conservative. This dude isn't gonna turn this feature off. Fuck no. You think he's gonna do that? I mean, I want all his trusty chatters to say it's annoying. And see if he does it. I doubt it. I fucking doubt it.
We think versus balance what YouTube thinks could be two completely different things, right?
Right?
So, let's see what happens. All right, and I turned it on for a reason. We're about to talk about that. Okay, so the other thing going on in my mind, we asked me, well, Phil, how are you doing?
How are you doing, Phil?
All, I'm just not doing very well because I've been sick, and these lingering symptoms won't go away, and they are annoying me, and they're making my streams. It's annoying. It's intrusive. I have to keep blowing my nose. I have to keep clearing my junk and stuff like that.
Wait, what?
Go away. And they are annoying me, and they're making my streams. It's annoying. It's intrusive. I have to keep blowing my nose. I have to keep clearing my junk and stuff like that.
Clearing my junk, as Archer would say, phrasing, dude.
I'm shook.
The Villain YouTube Premium is not $23 a month. I don't know where you're paying for it.
All right, shut up, Villain.
It sounds to me like you're paying for it. Number one, you're probably not American. I don't know. But number two, you're probably paying.
Number one, you're probably not American.
For it through a third party. I should actually bring this up. This is very important. If you were someone who does everything through your phone and you're watching YouTube through the app, because
all he has to say is if you're watching YouTube on iPhone and you want to subscribe to premium, you're gonna pay extra because of the Apple surcharge or whatever the fuck. Subscribe on desktop. Like, there you go.
Apple pockets $5 and have it auto renew through desktop through a manual payment method, and you will save all of that money. It is I've had YouTube Premium and all that, and I didn't know the reason. Okay, so that's a good piece of advice there. If you don't want an Apple product, well, then you're all good.
You're all good.
There you go. Anyway.
Anyway.
So. Getting
Anyway.
back to the subject at hand. Okay. So.
Oh, I think I skipped. Whatever.
Not only am I already kind of feeling
Whatever.
run down and just tired from the illness.
The illness. Wow.
Won't go away.
Come on, get up,
Now
get
let's
down
talk
with the
honestly
sickness. You
about what's
fucking
been
get
going
up. Come on, get down with
my
the
content and
sickness.
the streams and everything recently. Okay. So first of all, I missed out on 3 entire full days of streams, including a marathon event, and it sent me back in a big way. You know, I was in the midst of.
So why didn't he just do the marathon then? Oh, because it's not Halloween and blah 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 blah. But he could have done a marathon with the new releases. I mean, at this point, I'm just giving away free ideas. I should be paid.
Playthroughs. I had good.
These should pay me
going for Spider-Man and Mario, and I put them on hiatus to play Alan Wake 2 for 2 straight days. And then the whole idea was to continue with that momentum, have a Halloween event in the middle, and then keep pushing. And by losing 3+ days of streaming, it has sent me back tremendously. Now the momentum that I had with those games is literally gone. All right? I've noticed that a lot of people are just kind of like,
Just constantly whining.
well, we like the game, but bleh. You know, Spider-Man's been out for 3 weeks. Mario's been out for 3 weeks. Alan Wake's been out for almost 2 weeks now.
You know what's funny? He says, "Oh well, this game's old, whatever." But oddly, Mario is everyone hates Mario. Why does everyone hate Mario so much? Why does everyone despise Mario? But people say the same shit about Spider-Man and all this stuff. Oh yeah, man. People are just tired of it. Okay. Mario. People are saying that they despise Mario. They want Mario dead. They want to kill Mario. It's like, why are people more violent against Mario in DSP's little head? Huh.
You know, and we don't really care about it anymore. On to the next. What's new? When's the new game coming? When's the next new thing you're playing? Right?
Right?
And truth be told, not to say that this is...
It's kind of funny he says this when he told us over the summer no one was doing that, and they liked watching him play old games. Isn't it really, really funny that that's the case? But yet, he tells us that he needs to play the new releases because that's where all the support is. Yet, every time he plays the new release, we hear this fucking nonsense all the time. I think part of me wants to do another video at some point going over the hardcore gaming season and just listen to how successful they were versus what he tells us about it. Because I feel, especially when he went to Twitch and all that after the fact, especially when he went to YouTube, again, he never had a successful hardcore gaming season year at all anymore. Like, only that one time because Team Echo Gamer gifted 1,000 members, and that was it.
It's unwarranted. I hear ya. When you're playing the same game for 2-3 weeks in the midst of the busiest...
It's just funny to me that, like, he talks about noticing patterns, but he doesn't notice that pattern that maybe his audience don't care about the new releases and they just want to see any game. Why doesn't he just play any old game? Or any game he owns? He has the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. Why doesn't he play that? No, it needs to be downtime. Like, yet all these downtime games, from what he's describing, sounds way more successful than the new releases.
When there are all these other games coming out, you're kind of on to the next. What's the new hotness, right? But what's happened, and I just started talking about this recently, is today it seems like every single game release that comes out here, okay, ends up being a minimum of a 20-hour gameplay experience. Most of these games ended up being around 30 hours, okay? And it did...
This dude literally got pissed off that Sonic was a short game. I mean, he would have been better off if he complained about the price, which he did. To be fair, he did say that the amount of money you're paying and the length it is sucks, and fine. But he should have praised the length because he likes short games, man.
Not used to be like that. Back in the day, when it was the busiest gaming season of the year, you would frequently get some games that were like multiplayer only experiences, so those you could casually play whenever you wanted. A lot of these games would have around maybe a 10-hour story campaign with some side content, but you could essentially beat a new release game within a week of it coming out. Even balancing it with other games, you'd still be able to get through that new release and wrap it up and move on to the next and move on to the next and move on to the next.
I feel like
But what
doing
happened
dual
is, in the
monitors
last
is a mistake.
10 years, most of these games that have been coming out have now been held to a higher standard. It was
Wait, I want to hear
move
this
on to
again.
the next and move on to the next. But what happened is, in the last 10 years,
Oh,
most
yeah?
of these games that have been coming out have now been held to a higher standard. It was since the dawn of the PS4 and Xbox One, when consoles came
Yeah,
out
you know,
singly.
it's people like Phil is why this happens, Mister. We should get a robust experience with the amount of money we're paying, because he did complain a lot about that in the past. We wanted like good, meaningful experiences, and now he's kind of weeping what he sowed. Again, like I do agree that sometimes games can overstay their welcome; they can be too long. You just kind of have to deal with it. Whatever. I mean, I take forever to beat games anyway, so whatever.
These meatier, lengthier gameplay experiences, it's almost expected, right? That every single game that comes out has to have like a 20-hour story and 20 hours of side content. And in order to do a good playthrough of it, you've got to take your time, you've got to explore, you got to look for the extra lore, you got to be a completionist, you got to do this or do that. You got to play at the higher difficulty, you got to challenge yourself. And if you don't, your playthrough sucks and it's not worth watching.
Wait, what?
Completionist, you got to do this or do that. You got to play it.
But he wasn't a completionist for some of these games, and he kind of did that to himself, though. Like, this is a weird fucking thing, because he never did a completionist run for, Zelda. He didn't do anything in the depths. Mr. You gotta do a completionist run, didn't do a completionist run of that.
Higher difficulty, you got to challenge yourself. And if you don't, your playthrough sucks and it's not worth watching. Right? It's not like back in the day when a new game would come out and I would immediately buy it, rush through it, beat it within a few days, on to the next, and I would have 12 playthroughs out in a month. In 1 month, 12 games completed. It's not like that anymore. It's not even possible. Number one, being a full-time streamer, right? That I am here streaming all those experiences with you guys on a set schedule. It's not like I could just sit here and record as much as I want and upload as much as I want. I'm adhering to a schedule, a live schedule, right?
Okay.
But in addition to that,
why does he?
Things are different.
I remember when he was back on YouTube before he went back to Twitch. He would stream sometimes, then record other times. Why doesn't he just do that? Like, think about that. Why doesn't he just do that? He could stream. Okay. Big brain idea. DSP, you can, you know, this is a freebie, but I should get some royalties on this. I will say, we can calculate it later. But he could stream the new releases or whatever the fuck, and then at night he could just not stream and just record a game playthrough that he likes or whatever. Like, it could be like Phil's favorite game, whatever the fuck. He could come up with a corny name all he wants, and he could just do that. But then he'd probably say, well, then why wouldn't I stream it then? Then stream it. I don't know. It's your stream, dumbass.
People want these more in-depth gameplay experiences. They don't want me to rush through every piece of content. You want me to explore. You want me to have a meaningful time with you.
But
interact.
When people say rush, it's not really like, oh, he just beat the game and he didn't do the side content. It's really just him just ignoring stuff and just like brute forcing his way in and just not even trying to engage with what's going on in the combat, in the mission, or whatever. Like, it's hard to get, it's hard to really address because you can't tell DSP that, because I feel like he needs to be a gamer to understand it.
With the stream chat, this takes time. This is not something that can be rushed through anymore. So as much as I'm enjoying Spider-Man 2, Mario Wonder, and Alan Wake 2, once I start playing a game and I get to like week 2 of a game, I notice a distinct drop-off in attention, attendance, engagement, and support for these kind of games. And literally, that's what I'm playing right now. I am 20 hours in to 3 different games that I'm playing right now. So, as much as I'm enjoying it, okay? And I hope that you see that, because I am really enjoying all the games I'm playing. And you know what? I want to know truthfully, and this is, I know,
truthfully,
crazy, I have not looked at view counts on my streams in over a month. What I did is in the month of
Look
October,
at this.
I extended the size of my preview setup on my desktop. So now I see more of the stream and more of all the stats of the stream, and it covers
What are the
up
stats?
view count, and it covers up the amount of likes. You might have noticed I never say
See how stupid this is, though? Like, what? Not, I mean, well, it is kind of stupid, I guess, but look how fucking special DSP is. He has to physically cover those numbers so he can't, like, stress out about them. But, like, you can look at the view count and you can think whatever. It's just that you don't need to say it out loud. You don't need to say the stuff that should be in your head out loud.
hey, please like the stream. You notice that, right? I almost never say it. I never say, hey, let's hit 100 likes and do a bubble blow. I never talk about it anymore. Why? Because I don't see it. It's blocked.
But you see what I mean? How this dude fucking hates free shit. He does bubble blows for free for likes, correct? So that already went out the window. If he was getting paid to do bubble blows, he would keep doing it. But since he's not getting paid, who cares? I'll hide the like so I don't know how many people liked it. But it's like he never really freaked out about likes before. He just decided to. Like, that's the thing that it was annoying, was that he went years and years not really talking about likes, and then randomly overnight he decided likes are now important. I must drive likes, and it's like, where is this coming from?
I can't even see it right now. And I've done that in order to try to just relax and enjoy what I'm.
The thing is that, like, he wasn't freaking out. Like, this is dumb. He did it to relax. But the thing he stresses out the most is the money side. So he's not truly relaxing. If he was truly relaxing and vibing, he wouldn't be like, guys, where's the support?
Doing.
And yet, he also told us, I've been noticing the engagement is down. But if the stats are blocked, how do you know the stats are down? Huh?
Not be focused on metrics and not be focused on performance, but just be focused on relaxing. Okay? If I'm not focused on the business side of things, and instead I'm just focused on the games and enjoying the games, hopefully that'll come through, and people will enjoy the stream more, and people will be more, apt to talk.
Oh my god, you see what he's doing? This is another classic Phil moment. Classic. He does the thing that you want, and then if he's not getting the support or any positivity that he's looking for, then he's like, well, see what happened? I did do that. Now my business is slowing down, so that proves that I should have been doing this. But that's not at all the case, because he does the same shit. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. If he were to just do it anyway, he would get the same amount of support. Getting likes it's really like when people like focus on follow counts on Twitter, and it's like, yeah, it's nice to have like a big follower count, and it's appreciative and all that stuff, but that doesn't really mean that you're gonna magically become successful. You're not like a fucking rock star by the follower count. Like, it is important in the sense of, like, at least the potential of people looking at your account, but it's not truly the meaning of success, or that you're gonna make it in online or anything. And DSP is just doing all this, but he's focused on that, but then it's dumb. It's all dumb.
Can chill and relax and have a good time with me, and then want to support the stream, right? At least that's always been my philosophy, and it's always worked. But distinctly, I've noticed in the last couple of weeks, people are talking with me a lot less for some reason.
Then why do you talk to them? He sees all these people having conversations, and he has nothing to say to them at all. It's really like this dude's at a party, and he's waiting for people to talk to him. No one's gonna talk to you if you're just standing by the punch bowl. You gotta, like, talk.
Alan Wake 2, and I'm in the midst of a big segment investigating the plot, whatever. No one's talking to me in chat. Chat is barely moving, right? And I'm just like, I don't really know what's going on. All right? And I can't make that change. That tells me it's not the gameplay experience I'm providing. It's either the game that's not interesting to you, or, you know, like I said, maybe it's because here we are 3 weeks later, right?
Right?
And we're still playing the same games because it takes me so long to get through them, you know? And if I didn't get sick, I fully believe if I didn't get sick at this point, we would have been finishing either Alan Wake 2 or
Look how much he wanted that Halloween marathon to happen.
Spider-Man 2. Like, one of those games would be done. And even you know what? Even Mario, because I think we're 1 to 2 streams away from finishing Mario. So if I hadn't gotten sick, we absolutely would have probably been wrapping up a couple of these games now, and would have been a little bit better momentum heading into the new stuff coming up later on in the week and stuff like that. Okay? So, basically, I'm noticing this pattern, all right? That the games I'm playing now, because now we're 2-3 weeks into them, and they're longer experiences than typical games you would expect. They're just 20, 30, 40-hour games now. That the attendance, the engagement, the support, it drops off. And there's nothing I can do about that. I'm still trying to provide the same level of fun and entertainment value in those gameplay experiences. I'm trying to do side content. I'm trying to flesh out the stories. I'm trying to do all this. And I can't make people...
But does it sound like a dude who likes to play video games? I'm doing side content for you and all this stuff. But people come to watch him play the game. He doesn't need... Why? Like, he does all this stuff for the sake of the viewer. But why not? Why doesn't he just play the game and just do the stuff he wants to do and then move on, you know? Like, I played Digital Devil Saga 1, I beat it, and someone was saying, oh, are you gonna do, like, the optional boss? And I wasn't really thinking about it, but I also was like, well, I kind of don't feel like it, because I feel a lot of the bonus secret bosses in Atlas games are just really hard. Like, I tried the Demi-Fiend fight in SMT5, and that did not go so well. I never tried again. So I just didn't have much of a desire to, because I also was very excited to play Digital Devil Saga 2. I was like very excited to get into that, so I started that instead. And here we are. Like, I did all that stuff for me, man. Sometimes I might ask if I need any of the guidance for some things, you know, but
games more than what I'm doing. I really don't know. Feedback is appreciated on that, but I don't know what else I could possibly do to make it better for you, right? During this time of year. Now, on top of all of that going on, okay, there's some other stuff going on too. You know, we had basically a couple days where I came back from not being around. As you know, I was sick. So it set me back several days of content. And then immediately we had a few people who were very, very supportive. We had like 2 or 3 people who did a bunch of big tips and stuff like that. And that was great for like 2 days. I was like, wow, that's great. It's good.
Wow.
Momentum. It's kind of getting me back into the swing of things. And then what ended up happening was it just ended. And now, like, it's been days.
It just ended.
Of slow.
But the thing is, he got that money from those 2 days, and then these other tips all accumulated to those tips. I mean, we obviously don't know when his bills get paid. Obviously, like that's the other aspect of it too. That's kind of funny if you think about it, because he gets so upset when people say, "Oh, don't you have money?" No, I spend money on things, idiot. But we don't know the specifics of his billing situation. We don't know how much his bills are. We don't know how frequent he gets his bills. The only thing I know for a fact, he doesn't get bills daily. There's no such thing as daily bills unless you have like a lot of streaming services you're fucking paying for. But most people just pay stuff like, you know, once a month, and it's like, you know, a handful of bills, whatever the fuck. You know, it's stuff that you just kind of get and you deal with. But again, there's no such thing as daily bills. Like, you're not getting a bill every single day of your fucking life.
Slow support. All right. And, you know, here we are. I got today and I got tomorrow. And then it's my day off on Thursday, my regular day off. And on that day, I have to do all my usual things. Grocery shopping. I have to see if we need pet supplies for Jasper this week. We actually might not. It might be a lighter week this week with that, which is good.
Oh, thank
I'll have
God.
to look into that. Actually, I take that back.
Oh, shit, no.
Remember, we're finally out of his treats. We give him one wet treat a day, and we buy this big thing of them, and we're out. So I have to buy another big thing of wet treats, and the big thing costs like $50, no lie.
Why do you need to give him a treat, though?
But I have to buy a new one this week. I just thought about that. I think that's what we have to buy this week for the pet store.
Yeah, dude, his cat's now fat, by the way.
You know, so I got all my usual stuff I got to do this week on my day off. I got to spend money. I have to buy Call of
Money.
Duty. I spent $25 gift card that I got from my Game Pass points, right? But it's still going to cost me around $50, or actually a little more than that, to get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for Friday, right?
Okay. Remember when he said he wasn't going to play that game because it's a ripoff, and now he's playing the game? He's rewarding the bad behavior.
So I have to drop all this money, and I'm looking at, you know, all the bills that have cleared and what I've paid versus what I haven't paid, and I'm like, well, even with the tips and stuff that came in earlier this week, that helped a lot. It didn't make up for the fact that I missed 3 entire days of streams.
Wait. Let's hear this again.
Well, even with the tips and stuff that came in earlier this week, that helped a lot. It didn't make up for the fact that I missed 3 entire.
You see what he did there? This dude was talking about the bills he cleared versus that didn't clear, and then said, and with the tips that I got, yeah, I didn't make up for the days I didn't stream. Wait, though, Phil. Would it be more important to get enough bills to pay your bills? Get enough money to pay your bills? So didn't he get enough money to pay his bills? Like, shouldn't that be the end game? I need to hear this again a little bit.
Warfare 3 for Friday, right? So I have to drop all this money, and I'm looking at, you know, all the bills that have cleared and what I've paid versus what I haven't paid, and I'm like, well, even with the tips and stuff that came in earlier this week, that helped a lot. It didn't make up for the fact that I missed 3 entire days of streams.
Okay. Are you behind on the bills then?
Back on that, and now I've had a slow weekend, right? Where
okay. But was the amount of money you got good enough to pay the bills or not? You notice he brings up the bills. Then he just immediately says, well, it didn't make up for the days that I didn't stream. But you're talking about the bills now. Whatever.
Days, night streams, I'm bringing in like $20 a stream, you know? Day streams, I'm barely hitting the tier 1 tips goal. Some streams, I haven't even hit the tier 1 tips goal, you know?
Okay.
And listen, I get it.
Now,
I get it.
You know what's funny? Remember when he said, guys, I only wanted $50 a day. And then when he wasn't getting $50 a day, or he would just get $50 a day, and not on a late stream, just on one stream, and people were like, yeah, Phil, isn't this is what you wanted. No, I didn't mean that. I mean like $50 every stream, okay? That's I can't have days where there's only one stream, man. And now it's like, here we are.
It's because the games I'm playing are 2-3 weeks old. It's because they're lingering playthroughs. The games are so long and drawn out now.
And again, you notice, not only is he talking about tips and all this stuff, this is a few days after he did the whole, I had enough, I'm breaking the cycle, I'm breaking it, no more my assy, please tip me, no more. All that bullshit, all that little pig whistling, all of that little pig stomps he was doing, saying he's done with it, he's breaking the cycle, and he fell back into the cycle. And of course, in order to fall back into it, you need to have a very compelling story as to what happened overnight.
That there's no way to beat them fast, even playing the hell out of them, like I tried to. It didn't really give us the foothold that we needed to get far ahead in these games. So I feel like when we start playing newer games, you're going to see another reinvigoration, right? You're going to see a newer audience. There's probably going to be people coming to watch me play Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer who haven't been around to watch these other playthroughs. They're going to be excited for that because I'm playing the old maps and the throwback feel. You know what I'm saying? So
oh, it's so gross. This dude, like, he's playing a video game and he's marketing nostalgia as hard as a fucking corporate studio that wants to get a nice dollar back off of a nostalgia property. But it's a video game and he's a streamer and he's like, whoa man, nostalgia. Dark Side Phil returns in Modern Warfare 3.
I totally get that. But I can't just drop everything I'm doing, especially when I've invested 20 hours now into 3 separate games. We have to beat them. You see?
You see?
Now.
Now.
Here's the deal.
All right? Why?
Here's the other thing that happened, which you guys have no idea. Overnight, 2 things happened. Okay? Number 1, someone was very generous and sent me a big generous tip, which we're going to shout out this morning. A $50 tip.
Whoa.
Right? That was very much appreciated.
Very much.
Morning, came in, my inbox, and I was like, wow.
Wow.
That's cool. Thank you so much.
I got a $50 tip and I was like, wow, that's cool. Yeah, if I woke up and my PayPal said someone sent me like $100, I too would say that's cool.
Whoever that, and again, we're going to shout it out. I didn't even really look yet, but we're going to shout it out. Thank you so very much. and I received $100 in chargebacks overnight for tips that came in the month of September. Someone apparently, I don't know what playthrough it was, but it looks like it's 5 separate tips that had come in. And these tips were all for one playthrough. Then they had tipped over the course of like a week. And apparently they were all done with a stolen credit card.
Oh shit. What does this mean for the Piece of Peace tracker?
Oh no!
So I got notified by PayPal.
Fuck.
These 5 tips are under investigation. You know.
Which tips were they?
Fraud, so likely there's nothing you can do about it. So I just opted. I just said, what are you going to do? I'm just going to give it all back.
Hold up.
Tips are under investigation. You know, it looks like it's fraud. So likely there's nothing you can do about it. So I just
PayPal said all of that. Now, if you fucking watch DSP, if you watch this guy or anything, you know this is bullshit. And it's kind of sus. Because there's been so many chargebacks he gone where it's, oh, these a stolen credit card. I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna fight the stolen credit card. I'm gonna fight it. He goes out of his way to fight these chargebacks, legit or not, because this is again over time. This has happened to him, and he said there's not been a single case where he said, yeah, but these are a stolen credit card. I'm gonna let it go. No. He literally fought every fucking tip that was charged back no matter what. No matter what! Even during the pinnacle of where he was saying that, he was telling us a story about this guy going to the black market to buy credit cards to troll Phil or whatever. Okay. He did that, and then he was fighting against PayPal with that and all this stuff. So, what do you believe, right? Did he really just say, this is a stolen credit card, I'm gonna not fight it, or the other stuff a lie? I kind of feel what it is that he tried to fight those chargebacks and he just lost them, and that's why he just gave up. He's not gonna bother, and I think that's why he said because the thing is, when DSP talks to his audience, he wants to look like a fucking authoritative figure to them. He wants to like have an intimidating presence. So he feels like if he tells anyone online, I'm gonna win the chargebacks and all this stuff, it's gonna demotivate them from trying. And he doesn't really take into account that people who are willing to call out his bluff. But since probably back then it was manageable and he had a whale on standby to make up for it, he was able to get away with it. You know what I mean?
I just said, what are you going to do? I'm just going to give it all back.
Give it all back.
You're not going to fight it. What am I going to fight it for? If it's really fraud, I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to say, just go ahead, take it back. What can you do? It's not like someone gave me a legit tip and now they're trying to take it back and lie. This looks like legit credit card fraud. Like someone had stolen a credit card.
Okay, so how does he know that this is legit credit card fraud versus not legit? Huh?
So
I guess that's silly numbers. And
it's oh, good. I got a $50 tip overnight. Wow, that's going to help. That's going to definitely help me on this week where I only have 2 streaming days left to make up what I need for my day off, right? To be able to afford groceries and everything. That's great. And then I immediately get charged back $100 and it negates the tip I had received plus takes away another $50 right out of my account.
Okay, get a load of this, right? So he lost $100 from those chargebacks. But he got $50. So in reality, he's only down $50. Which is like the definition of nothing for him. Like, he could make that in a day. But no, he needs to make that $50 he makes for that stream will make up for that, but he needs to make up the 50 that he should have gotten plus. Which is like, at some point you have to look at losses and just be like, yeah, okay, this is money that's lost. You know? It is what it is. And you move on. Like, he keeps saying he wants to make up all this stuff, but at some point you're just gonna take the L and just kind of build from where you are and all this stuff. Again, this is stuff that is this strictly, mostly I'm trying to say, sorry if you heard that, I kind of spit on my mic. Mostly what I'm trying to say is that he this is stuff that he doesn't need to say out loud. He could just be thinking this and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
This sucks ass. Okay? And
but remember, life isn't fair. I love he sounded such, like, when I watched that health update video, I said on Twitter, and I will say it here, there had to have been a better way to explain why he wasn't doing the Halloween marathon or whatever, because he just, or the DSP reacts thing, because he said, yeah, it's not fair, life isn't fair, it's not fair to me, or whatever. It sounded very passive aggressive towards the audience when they had nothing to do with him getting sick or him missing streams or anything, and he sounded kind of like an asshole for no real reason. Honestly, it was just, obviously it was a moment of weakness for him, but he says that, and look what's going on now. Yeah, life is unfair, Phil. Come on, think about it. Again, listen.
This is not the first time that's happened. This will certainly not be the last. When you are a live streamer and you are a content creator like me and you're small time.
Remember when he said that it stopped happening? Chargeback stopped happening, guys.
This kind of shit happens all the time, and you got to be able to fluctuate with it. All right? And you just got to get used to it. That's just something that's the nature of the business, and it happens, and you can't do nothing about it, right? It just, of course, this has to happen this week. When I'm already set back from being sick, I'm trying to recover from being sick, and the week is going slow, right?
Whoa.
All this has to happen at exactly the same time. And now, oh, here's a tip to help. Oh, immediately negate that tip. Take away
it's really funny. It's so funny. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm sitting down thinking. During the vet streak, there was all these supportive streams, and it seemed like there was really nothing going on. I just remember this one random pre-stream. He said on Twitter the previous day, like, oh, I can't believe what happened. I can't sleep, or whatever the fuck. And you go to the pre-stream, guys, I got charged back! Bum, bum, bum. And it was just all this. It's the same kind of shit. Nothing's been going on lately. We have to bring the chargebacks back. You gotta bring them back, Ak.
Half of that, or more, or actually doubling that, right? Like,
right?
It's just unbelievable. By the way, I have to blow my nose again. So hold on a second while I do that.
It's just really funny he has to get up to do that. He could just do it on camera. It's not that big of a deal. Hold up. This is a good face. It looked very funny. No, I missed it. Come on.
Teddy's a creepy sexual predator.
Retro, shut up. God damn, calm down, man. He looks like an old man like that. He literally looks like Grandpa sat down and he's about to tell us a story.
You know, and so all this is going on, all at the same time, right? And you start to look around you, and you're like, so what's really happening here? Is this a bad pattern? Is this a pattern that things are going bad? You start to get paranoid.
What?
You start to worry about shit.
What?
In reality, I don't think that's the case at all. I really don't believe that. I think, you know, for someone who's been around the block, I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been doing it for a living for 13 years. You see ups and downs.
I'm so confused. See, I look around, it's like, but you got stuff that's out of your control, like chargebacks. Like that, out of all the stuff he said, the chargebacks was the only thing that was a negative that happened. The rest is just like, yeah, it sucks. Why is this getting more attention? Whatever. Like, come on.
And I think this is just sadly a down cycle where
It's a down cycle,
the
man.
games are too long. I missed out on streaming time, right? The way I see it, it's not a huge deal. But it adds up and it gets to you. It does. Mentally, it gets to me when stuff like this happens, okay? And here's an example. I look around my office right now, and what do I see? I see all my setup and everything. I look over to the corner of my office, and I shit you not, we got 2 boxes over there, all right? And you know what those boxes are?
You got 2 boxes. Get a load of this. Get a load of this, guys.
There's dead skin on my lip. Those are care packages that I got a year ago from fans, right?
Fans.
Remember the Dutch brothers?
Remember the Dutch brothers? Remember them?
They were sending care packages, and it had like toys for Jasper.
So why does he still have the box in his room? Is that the corner demon? Meerkat was talking about the corner demon that's in his office every time. Maybe that's what it is. He's looking at the boxes. Every time he sees the box, like, it scares him because he's afraid that... You know what? Actually, maybe that's what it is. Oh, I might have stumbled into a massive Theo theory. Guys, you got Theo theory time. Okay. Dude. The Dutch brothers have his home address, and they don't like him. So the meme that DSP is terrified of, like the trolls are gonna come and ruin my life and break into my house and do stuff. It could now happen, dude. The Dutch brothers have his address. And he saw what's going on with SSSS Sniper Wolf lady and Jack Films, whatever. He saw what's going on with them, and he's thinking he's next. If it can happen to him, it can happen to him. We cracked the case. We figured out this is the new thing.
I am not crazy.
Nice things that we were using, right? I mean, that's where we got
the nice things we were using. The soundbox that broke and doesn't work anymore, whatever the fuck, that thing? Oh yeah, I agree.
Glasses that I wear, whenever we hit a tip skull and stuff like that, it was them. I'm like, so what happened in the last year? Oh yeah, they hate me now. Why? What happened?
Why?
Well, do you know the story?
Do you know the story? I know the story.
Apparently, they're very religious. Not that I would know.
Very religious. Now, I'm gonna be a little leveled here and say this. They got mad that DSP made a zombie Jesus joke. Now, of all the things, that is probably the dumbest thing to be upset about. The zombie Jesus joke is such a lame joke. It's so lame. Like a soccer mom would come up with it and think she's so funny. It's not. It's the dumbest joke. Like, people were over it in 2005, pretty much. That's how boring that joke is and how lame it is. So for them to be that upset about it is kind of silly. But at the same time, equally stupid and dumb, DSP sits there and says, I understand why people get offended sometimes, man. You gotta be careful what you say, man, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff, how he wants to be Mr. I am such a cool guy. He sees that the Dutch brothers are upset. He could have said, oh, I'm sorry that offended you. I didn't think the joke, I just thought it was funny. It's a dumb joke that everyone has made over time. I mean, this is like, whatever. Or he could have said, better yet, oh, I didn't mean to offend. I thought it was funny. So, it is what it is. Or whatever. Just say sorry, that kind of stuff. But again, that's a sign of weakness. DSP cannot show a sign of weakness, man. Men don't apologize, okay? Unless they're apologizing to you, then it's okay. It's so fun. It's even funnier. He sits there and mocks 672 for not apologizing, saying that he needs to be a real man to apologize. Yeah, this dude runs at any chance he has to apologize. And when he does apologize, it sounds so fucking fake. And that's the problem. The apology would have just been, I'm sorry you're offended. Not, I'm sorry that my joke offended you. I meant it as a joke, but I get it, or whatever. Instead, he'll just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're mad about it," and that's like not like a backhanded apology.
I know that. I don't pay, I don't know them personally. So,
He doesn't know them personally, but okay. He doesn't know them personally, then why did he give him your mailing address, Phil?
Easter this year, everyone was like talking and joking, and apparently I made a joke, an off-the-cuff joke about Jesus is a zombie because he came back from the dead. So if he rose from the dead, he's kind of like he's a holy zombie or something.
A holy
so
zombie.
Off the cuff remark, it's a
so
joke.
funny, man.
It's not meant to be serious. I grew up Roman Catholic.
I grew.
Right? I'm not insulting Jesus. It's just a joke.
How does he know? How does he know that Jesus did not take offense to that? You know, what if Jesus takes very offense to being called a zombie, okay? He died for your sins and you call him a zombie? Wow. He's probably rolling in his grave in somewhere. I couldn't find a better joke, so
that pissed them off so badly. They hate my guts now. They want nothing to do with me. They don't come to streams. They don't support the streams. They don't send care packages.
But the reason why they're upset and all this stuff, like they says, they don't send care packages. Like that was the thing he loved about them, the care packages. Like you see what he dumbed them down to or simplified them into. He's not sad that these people don't watch his content anymore or anything. It's that he can't get presents from them anymore. But the other thing is that They didn't like him because they weren't really thrilled that he was tripling down on his lame ass joke, pretty much. Like because he refused to apologize and pretty much told them to like grow a pair, pretty much. I mean, in a way, he's kind of right because Zombie Jesus is a lame ass joke. I mean, whatever, whatever. I'm Greek, okay? It's okay. Greeks are Greeks.
And they went on some detractor podcast. Right? I want you to think how insane that is.
Look at how insane that is. But the podcast they went on, people left it saying it was a nothing burger. Because honestly, what would you get from them? Yeah, we sent him presents. Okay, yeah, but he's a scammer. Yeah, man, like I kind of listened to it and I kind of stopped watching because it was really stupid. It was just like, yeah, he's a scammer, but like, I wanted to give him stuff, but why do you want to help him? Okay, look, DSP made fun of Jesus, and that we cannot abide. Jesus is a cool guy, okay? He's very fucking cool.
One man, all right, one normal guy, just sitting right here in an office. And all I do is I talk with you guys all day. We have fun. We talk. We joke. We enjoy games. Right? That's all it is. And somehow, I inadvertently piss people off. And it's like, how? Just think about that.
I just love he says, I inadvertently piss people off. How? This dude is acting like, oh my god, well, this is going to be semi a personal story, I guess. Semi. It's not super personal, but there was a person that used to follow me on Twitter. I used to be fine with him. I was like, oh, this guy's cool, whatever. And I would post pictures of Cleo, the best rabbit in the world, the only rabbit in the world that's like really cool. Post pictures of Cleo, and this dude started like just saying the same joke about eating my rabbit, and it's like, okay, a few times, I'll let it slide or whatever, and if it's funny, I'll laugh, sure, whatever. But it got to the point where it started to get really obnoxious and stopped being funny and started being just annoying because I would get notifications of just a hawk grabbing a rabbit and it's like, okay, I don't need to see this. So I blocked him because I don't need to see it. Whatever, fuck it. And I want to just say this. I was willing to apologize a little bit, talk to him about it, but he didn't want to talk to me anymore because he stopped liking me, and that's fine. I stopped liking him too, so we just went our separate ways. Whatever. That's the short story of it. This dude, but like he's acting as if that's what happened to him. I mean, to me, it's like you could argue that the stuff between me and that guy started off petty or whatever, and that's fine. You could look at that and say this is a dumb thing that you blocked him for, whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. It is my Twitter account. I control the way I want my Twitter to operate. Thank you very much. But that's the most that happened out of it. DSP literally just said a joke that they didn't find funny, tripled down on it, and then it was like, yes, you're just a bunch of pussies, pretty much. And then they left, and then he's upset about it. But he needs to understand that sometimes people get to be put up by the things he says, and some of them even tell him, I don't like what you said, or whatever, and he just says, deal with it. Like, look back at the slave trade joke. People told him that they didn't find that joke funny, and it seemed a little too much, or whatever. And instead of even saying, oh, I'm sorry, I guess it did come off negatively, okay, sorry, my bad. And instead, he was like, you guys are a bunch of idiots. Okay, I'm not being racist, you fucking idiots. I just made a joke, stupid, about the sheriff doing that. Okay.
Really that is, right? And it just makes me, like, scratch my head, like, this is life now. We live in a world where at any moment, you could scratch your ass the wrong way, and everyone hates you. Like, what?
This dude literally banned or timed out 672 for saying too much work. Like, the most nothing of fucking statements, and he went on a fucking meltdown over it. And then, like, he literally ranted and raved about how he's not lazy. Okay.
Sorry I scratched my ass that way. I really didn't mean to. I didn't think that was going to offend, There used to be a time when, like...
And then look at this. Look at this. Again, I was talking about this earlier on Twitter because someone was bringing up something. And I said, well, it's very funny to me that DSP kind of pulls a lot out of the abuser handbook of how to keep your victim involved with you. Make sure that they don't leave and all this stuff. Say these things. Because this dude is literally belittling all of the issues that people had with him, saying, oh, I used to be able to say this and that, or whatever. But he's not really taking into account how the other person feels in that situation. Oh god, Lights Soul's back. Okay, what's he saying? Lights Soul's gonna save the stream. He loves Phil. This is the... Are you playing Lords of the... Okay, he might be the whale for that playthrough.
You could be more laid back and casual, and you could just kind of, like, joke about life and enjoy it and be irreverent.
And again, remember, this dude, Lights Soul reminded me, thanks Lights Soul for showing up, I guess. But Lights Soul made a joke calling DSP's entire community autistic. And DSP got mad about that and banned him. Now, of course, the real reason DSP banned Lights Soul is not because of that. He would have let him go, honestly. But no, the real reason was because Lights Soul was charging back his tips. Think about that.
Be silly and not take everything so goddamn seriously. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
That used to be like what life used to be like. And now it's like, no. Now, you can't just have fun.
Have fun. But dude, like... You say things and people can be offended by it. And again, this is why, like, the reaction to stuff kind of matters and stuff that people might find offensive, because if you literally just blow them off and all that shit, it might piss them off more than when they started, and it might validate that maybe you are a shady person to them. But if you sit there and like, oh, I didn't mean to and all that. But again, it's also you're playing the line of, like, you have to sound sincere, and how do you convince the other person to be sincere? But to the point, you should just apologize, and if they don't accept it, they don't accept it. That's the other aspect of it. He could have apologized, and if they don't accept it, they don't accept it. It is what it is. Okay.
Right? You can't have fun anymore.
You can't have fun anymore, guys.
And just talk. And just joke. Everything has to be offensive and everything. See, then I start thinking, just in a year's time, here's two guys who apparently were fans of mine. They were donating stuff, they were adding stuff to the streams, they were a positive influence. Now they hate my guts. So how many more people?
And I love that he exaggerates their reaction, so they could just sit there and like, yeah, we don't like him anymore. He's kind of stupid. And he's like, they want to kill me, man.
like that right now, right? Like, you know, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's what's going on this fall. That because typically, it's dead. This dead. Oh, it's not even dead skin. It's a piece of hair this time. Typically this time.
Wow,
of year
he's falling apart.
Is a time of year when I
Dead
see
skin,
increased
falling
viewership,
hair.
increased levels of engagement. I have to close my blinds now because the sun is coming out inexplicably. I see increased
Okay.
everything, right?
Increase
How
everything.
on earth is it, right, that now we're in the midst of the busiest gaming time of the year, and somehow things are slowing down for me, right? Hold on, let me close these blinds. You know? It's weird. and before people say something really fucking stupid. 'Cause people
Really
always try to
stupid.
justify things in a stupid way, like, oh, well, don't you know that no one has any money because we're in the middle of inflation, we're in the middle of a recession, we're in the middle of everything. Yes, definitely. I've heard of that
This is so stupid.
epidemic where live streamers now are all going out of business because no one contributes to their streams anymore. I've definitely heard of that. No, you're an idiot. That's
Just because other people are not being affected by inflation doesn't mean that it's not affecting your audience, though, Phil. Like, because the other thing is, how does he know that inflation is not affecting these bigger streamers? Because think about it like this: those streamers have like 50,000 fucking viewers, let's say, and all of them used to give $5, so that's a lot of money. But then they decided, okay, we need to like, give them $1 because of inflation. They'd still be getting $50,000 then. It just in that pool, and this is everyone tipping. Crazy. So let's say in DSP's world, we have like 200 people, and he's carried by 3 people. But let's say inflation affects 2 of these people. Then he has 1 whale left to carry the load. But okay, but of course, it's not affecting them. It can't affect him, even though he has a smaller base. So you could probably stand to reason that inflation might affect him the most because he's a smaller guy. Usually, when inflation happens, I kind of assume it hits local businesses the hardest versus chains. I think chains can outlast a lot of these inflations because they're obviously bigger companies versus the local, which is like a smaller store, the
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But whatever.
If anything, at a time when there's a recession, at the time when there is inflation, people will actually tend to spend more towards something where they feel like they're getting more out of it and they can get it more easily, accessibly. You understand? People stop spending the over frivolous spending. Like, they won't spend $700 for a concert ticket anymore because that's too much. But they'll throw a few dollars at their favorite streamer because they can just sit at home and enjoy that content every single day, all day, and it's dependable content. That's the truth of the matter. They spend it towards the more easy thing than the more expensive thing. You understand?
Okay, so then why would they give you money?
During COVID, oh my God. During COVID, people were way in that direction. And again, you would think during COVID, people were out of work. People couldn't. No, spending was up. Digital spending was way up during COVID when people didn't have money.
Man.
That's a ridiculous, nonsensical justification. It makes no sense whatsoever. Okay?
Spending is up because they're stuck at home. And, like, they're... Like, the thing is, it's kind of like the same... I want to say it's this... man, this is going to might sound a little political, but it's like when people, like, freak out when young people buy an iPhone. Or, like, if you're so poor, why do you have an iPhone? But it's like... If these people are already struggling financially, the amount of money to buy an iPhone is not, or like, at the time, this is an old fucking interview, to be honest. This is like, the iPhone 6 era, so that was when it was like a couple, like, $500. But, $500, whatever. And that's like, yeah, this is like nothing. Yeah, you're struggling regardless, so, you might as well just get, something nice for yourself, at that point. Or it's like when people, like, the more modern thing, I guess, would also say coffee. A lot of people are like, "Oh, stop buying the macchiatos, man. If you're saying that people should get paid more, stop buying macchiatos." But it's like that is like a drop in the bucket versus all this other stuff that's going on and all that kind of stuff. So people are more willing to spend frivolously because it's like, yeah, I still don't have enough even with this money to pay off this bill, so I might as well just buy something that's, frivolous or whatever, like it's that kind of rationale, and it's whatever. And Yeah, I don't know where I was gonna go with the rest of that, but that you get the point.
Okay?
Okay.
What it is there's something going on. And whether, again, it's stagnation because I'm playing the same games for 3 weeks and I'm stuck in these...
It's just him. It's literally him. It's DSP. That's the problem. I've watched the Mario Wonder streams, and I don't really think it's fun to sit there and listen to a guy doing, oh yeah, whatcha, oh, like all these like childish noises that you do for kids. I don't think that's gonna get people to come to your stream, honestly. And these podcasts are just garbage. It's the worst content he puts out.
Playthroughs that we're not finishing because the games are so long, right? And it could be the fact that I had momentum going and I lost my momentum because I'm sick and the goddamn cold won't go
And maybe
away.
it's his attitude. That's the other thing. It could very well be his attitude. Because he's sitting there. You imagine you go to a DSP stream and you want to hang out, and this guy is yelling at you saying, "Why am I not getting any money? Where's the support? Where's the engagement? Why you guys are not talking to me?" Like, you think that's gonna put people to want to hang out more with you? Like, okay,
There's nothing I can do about that.
nothing I
right?
can do.
And everything else, my wife's not feeling good. That's compounding it, And I'm trying my best. I am. I'm trying to keep it together and be calm and have a good week and just relax with you guys, I'm doing my best. I'm trying to be real with you as an audience because this is what I'm going through right now in my head, It's not like it's the end of the world. I want people to understand this. This is not the sky is falling. Oh my God, Phil's gonna lose his house, right? No one said that.
No,
Right? But
man.
this is bad to have.
Bad.
Not only things were slowing down at a time of year when typically things are getting better, they were already slowing down. All right, and then on top of that, I get sick. That kills my momentum. I come back from the sickness and I get like 2 days of great support, rallying, and then it just dries up, and now it's super slow. It's killing me. It is. It's significantly getting to me, and I don't know what to do to fix it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. Likely, it's a thing that'll just blow over. It's a thing that's just temporary.
And this is the other aspect I love about DSP. So he's saying it's not a big deal. The sky isn't falling and all this stuff. But he's telling us this as if like, guys, my day off is coming. I need support now. Where's the support? If it's not a big deal, then why are you like yelling at us about it then? And if he sits there, it's like, oh, this is temporary, then fucking calm down. If it's a temporary thing, then calm down.
Deal, but it still gets to me. It eats at me. It nags at me. It eats at me, because again, it's a relative to who I am in the streaming landscape versus everyone else. Okay, you got to understand something. I'm not someone who benefits off of someone else's misery. I'm not someone who.
Technically, he benefits off his own misery. Think about that.
It's a big surge of support and a rush for
A
dumb
rush?
reasons. All right. I'm not a ginormous content creator or streamer. We were just talking yesterday. We're going through the suggestion box, and people are like, "Oh, well, you see, you should just do all these things that Moist Critical does." I'm like, Moist Critical is 50 times
Oh
bigger
my
than me.
God.
Literally 50.
Shut
You can multiply
up.
the viewership and the attention and support I get by 50, and that's Moist Critical. Nothing he does could ever apply to me and bring me success. Nothing at all.
Nothing.
It's not even close to being in scale of anything of reality or realism. You understand? So the way I see it is, yeah, this is a crappy
The way I
time,
see is thus.
and there's not much I can really do about it but tough through it. But when people ask me, Jilly Phil, how are you doing? Well, I just want to get it off my chest. This is how I'm doing. I feel bad. I feel sick. I'm trying to get over it. And then at the same time, things have slowed down. I'm enjoying the games I'm playing. I feel like I'm doing everything I can to the level I can to entertain my audience. My audience is disengaging during the streams for some reason. And on top of that,
Oh my God, I'm getting
support is way low
I'm
right now. And now
disassociating.
in 2 days on my day off,
I'm
I still have to buy
disengaging
a
in
game
this.
for Friday, and I don't even have enough to buy groceries. It sucks. And now an ad is running automatically. It just started. I'm not even kidding you. YouTube chose this moment to
Oh
run
my
an ad.
God, fucking pause. This dude, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was in that Wings documentary, and he's like, "Oh, you see, he's talking about Wings and why he couldn't do the exercise camp thing, and he has a fucking ad, and he thinks it's an important thing. He has an ad play." So DSP's doing pretty much the same thing. He has a very important segment. He has an ad playing, so he's one of those people too now. So that's pretty cool.
Break. So again. I'm curious, are you guys watching ads right now? And if you're watching an ad, what kind of ad are you watching? And I want to know what you guys are seeing. Okay?
Okay, we're not
getting an ad. Oh.
I'm not listening to this ad segment.
A weird ad? As an experiment, I'm just going to leave it on today. So I'm curious, will this pan out to be anything positive for me? Will I actually make anything doing this, or is it just a waste of everybody's time? Right?
Isn't it funny that he's willing to do this experiment? An experiment where the results will, regardless of it being a success or not, will give him money. He's willing to do that experiment, not the experiment about doing a green screen. No.
You got a barbecue ad? Barbecue? Why would they be advertising barbecue in the fall? That's weird.
That's weird. Huh?
Anyway. So you're wondering, gee, why is Phil experimenting with this today? Well, number one, I really am curious. I've never done this before, right? If ever I was gonna run ads, I would just run a manual ad during my stream whenever. I was curious how this system would work. This is the new YouTube automated ad system. They just finished it like a month ago. They turned it on, and they keep pushing for streamers like me to use it.
They push it to everyone who streams, probably. Not streamers like him.
Conservative ads today, and I want to see how it affects everyone, right? Does it really negative? Because you guys say to me, we don't even mind. Go ahead and monetize us and run an ad every once in a while.
But this is stupid. When they say that, though, it's at the end of the pre-stream. It's like at the part where it's like, I'm gonna get up and leave. Like, that's when he asks to run ads. So it's like dead air anyway. But now it's like he's using that as a way to validate or justify doing this, but it's like a completely different context. Now this is during the content. Okay.
You said that to me. So I'm gonna turn this
automated thing. And this low-key sounds like it seems so disingenuous because he sits there and asks his audience, "Do you want me to run an ad?" And it's like already a weird question, so people might be just saying yes as a joke. And they don't care. And now he's using it as a serious metric that people don't care. Okay.
On the conservative setting and see how it works. All right. Fair enough. I say leave it on the conservative setting or whatever, and let's see how it works and go from there. If it ends up being super annoying, I will turn it off.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
If it ends up being not so annoying or not a big deal, and if it could actually make a few extra bucks, I'll be honest with you guys. I need it. I need the help right now with, with being set back from being sick and now having a very slow support week. Okay. Allow me to blow my nose again. Yes, I need to blow my nose again. And then we're going to get into other topics. Okay.
I wonder. Hopefully I can do this. But it's like slowing down. Damn. I'm gonna close this. God damn. Never mind.
So, in summary, how am I doing? Well, I'm not at my wit's end yet. I'm not dying of illness. I'm not destitute.
Look at this. Yeah, look at this dude.
Annoying things have really.
It's just annoying things, and he's acting like, okay, fuck this dude,
in the last couple of weeks. It's starting to get to me. What would I appreciate? I would appreciate more positivity and engagement on the streams. If you're on one of my live streams, please just talk.
Just talk.
Oh, just engage. Don't just sit there.
Fuck you, though. All these people are sitting there like, they tell him like, oh, we just put you on the background. Like, that happened to me when I was streaming one time, and I was like, yeah, no one's talking in chat. And I was like wondering if he's just like, yo, is is my stream fucked up or whatever? And so it said, no, I just have you on in the background. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I just continued, and then I just kind of vibed. I vibed the rest of the day. You should try vibing.
You know, be cordial with everyone around. Let's have talk.
Be cordial.
Tag me in the chat. Let's have some conversation when I'm playing a game. I appreciate that. There's been a few games recently that have been really dead. I don't like that. I don't like feeling like I'm playing a game for myself. Since I became an interactive streamer in 2017.
But this dude, okay, so when people ask him questions during gameplay, like, oh, we're playing Alan Wake 2? Why are you talking about Mario? Wait for the Mario stream. What? You're talking about Mario? We're talking about Mario Odyssey 2? We're playing Mario Wonder. Why are you talking about Odyssey 2 that's not even out yet? Whatever. I don't get what you guys talking about. Like, he does it all the time. And he even says the reason why he does the podcast is so that he gets all this stuff out of the way, so then he can just play the game and not have anything to talk about. Like, maybe the topics you have in the podcast, you can integrate that into your playthrough, and you can talk about stuff during your game. Oh, but no, we can't do that because that it's irrelevant. Why do you want to watch Alan Wake 2 and then you start talking about McDonald's or something? Huh?
I told you guys, my experience as a gamer has been way better. Oh, there we go with these symptoms. It's been way better since I started being an interactive streamer and talking with you guys on every stream. And if I'm sitting here and it's just me playing the game and I see no one is really talking to me, right?
Right.
And instead, it's just me playing the game and I feel like I'm talking to myself, right? That sucks. So that's number one.
That sucks.
Right? Number two, please understand that I'm still sick. I'm doing my best to recover. I see people complaining about things like, oh, he's blowing his nose or he had to snort. Yeah, I'm sick, man. I'm getting out of a really bad cold, and it's lingering, and I don't want these symptoms. Please just be more understanding of that. I don't want to sound gross, but I have to. Like, that's kind of life and reality right now. Do you understand?
But you sound gross anyway. Because, again, he literally burps into the mic. And he done on the side scrollers interview. He done it a few times where he used to mute the mic to fucking burp. He can mute the mic to blow his nose, but he can't mute his mic to burp. And he just burps like that all the time. It's fucking insane. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, there's no way this dude does that around Cat. Like, so what, really? Like, does he like, him and Cat are eating, and just randomly, these would just be like, you eat good, gumbo, Cat. Is that what he eats? Is that what he does? Is he like a caveman? A barbarian just sitting at a feast?
I can really do about it. Oh, and then on top of all of that, yes, right now, straight up, support can help me a lot right now.
Straight up.
As simple as a super chat, a membership, a gifted membership, and yes, a tip. That would help a ton right now. Right now, I am, no exaggeration, I turned on my stream today negative $50 because of these chargebacks that I got overnight. And I can't fix that.
I can't fix that?
Why is the webcam so choppy right now? Now the webcam is choppy.
Okay. Is that...
Like, help me right now, okay? It sucks. I don't like being in a situation like this, you know, being set back. And I am, you know, not only was I sick, and I'm still feeling the lingering problems of that, I lost out on a big marathon. That Halloween marathon traditionally is a big thing. It reinvigorates my community. People come by and get excited because it's a holiday. They love seeing my costume reveal. They love sharing a meal with me. Horror-themed stuff all day long.
So why didn't you do that?
And I know people would have enjoyed it. But
why didn't you do that then?
Sick. It's too late for it.
No.
You can't make it up now. It's done. We got to move on positively in other ways. You got to focus on the games and stuff that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I can't do anything about it. That's life. All right? And, you know, I would hope that me being honest with everyone this morning, that you kind of get where I'm coming from, right?
Right?
And
Snort.
Why
Understand.
I feel like I feel. I feel down. I do. I feel down. I feel disappointed in myself and the way that things are going because I want things to be better than this. I want people to be excited for the games and talking and everything, and it's not happening, you know? And obviously, I want to be able to be making enough on streams to provide for my family and stuff. And I literally, I started today losing $50. Yeah, that's terrible. Feels like shit.
Go, 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 go. Take a sip.
So, what can I do about it? Not a heck of a lot. I'm already booked.
Oh my god, are we done yet?
Booked. Full gameplay streams booked.
Okay.
Booked. Can't do anything crazy. You know, I just got to stick the course and not lose my mind, right? And try not to let this seep into the content. Today, I got to do my best to play Alan Wake 2 and enjoy it and entertain you and keep the pace going because we're getting near the end of the game, so to understand we're almost there. Right? So let's just keep it going and just, you know, get through the tough times. That's what it's all about, right? Tis the season to not be humbugged and to start thinking about being
Tis the season. Oh my god. Fuck you.
That's what it's all about, right?
Fuck this guy.
Tis the season to not be humbugged and to start thinking about being merry and
just using holiday buzzwords. Fuck off. Fuck off with this. Don't be humbug. Be very positive. Little Tim, dude, okay? Be positive. Say thank you. Fuck off.
right and positive and the holiday spirit and everything, right?
Using the holiday spirit to get people to come to your streams is pretty sad.
To be sitting around doom and gloom and being all annoyed and shit. So I got to get past it. But that's what I'm really going through right now. And it sucks. I definitely wish I was in a better position than I am.
Oh
but
my
I'm
god.
coming from a bad position, you know, and it sucks. So
Sucks. Blows.
that's what's going on with me. All right.
Alright.
Very quickly, let's go through the schedule. Alan Wake 2 on the first stream today.
Alright. Let's see where he's at now.
Get the fuck down.
He got the hat. $116, so he made his money back. So will we keep hearing about this lost $50? Probably, honestly. Here we're gonna keep hearing about it until he's tired of it. Until he wants to break the cycle again. Because like this dude, man, he cried about $50. There's 116. So you know, let's do some math. I'm gonna do some calculations. That's right. This is how you do calculations, guys. So he made like $66. So that's like average, actually. He kind of broke even if you think about it. He made as much as he would normally. So, you know, we're so fucking back. Because he's definitely not gonna count the $116 he has as 116. He's gonna like count it as like, well, I had to. You have to factor in that $50. He might even be extra and take away the 100 just for fun. So he made $16. Then at that point, whatever, or negative dollars. Because again, like it seems every time he needs to catch up to something, it needs to be way more than what you're already calculating on a reasonable level. But whatever, it is what it is. Thank you for watching. This was a wild video. Hopefully, DSP relaxes again. I know there's probably a clip somewhere. Well, hold on, hold up, hold the phone. Let's check my sub because I'm actually under the right YouTube channel. Hopefully, I get what I want. Unrecorded tip segment. Oh shit. Only a minute long. We can do it.
It sounds like whatever the noise was outside might have adjourned. I don't know what it was.
Adjourned.
All right.
The noise adjourned.
We're still here till 4 p.m. So tons more Alan Wake 2 coming today. Appreciate the support, guys. It would be great if we could hit the hat goal of tips today. And by the way, I'm still in the red. Just so you guys know again.
He's still in the red. How? Wait a fucking minute. So he gets charged back $100. He gets $50. So he's at negative 50. He's at $91. Like, come on. You made at least like what, $20 at that point? Let's see. Like $40. He's at $40 at this point, roughly. And he's sitting there telling us, I'm still in the red. No, idiot. You're at least above zero, stupid.
I got over, well, no, it was around $100 in chargebacks overnight. So even though we're at $91 in tips today,
Oh,
I've actually lost.
look at this, dude. Look at this. The $50 he got is completely gone. Because he literally said in the pre-stream, oh, I got $50. So in reality, I'm at negative 50. But now we're back at we lost $100. Interesting. Of course.
$9 today. Yeah, that's where I'm starting today, if you could believe.
Wait, where are we
No,
starting?
we're on $100 in chargebacks overnight. So even though we're at $91 in tips today, I've actually lost $9 today. Yeah, that's where I'm starting today,
$9?
if you could believe it. So,
What? Huh?
it sure would be great
Whatever.
if you could support in some way, as simple as liking the stream, a super chat, a membership, a gifted membership, a tip. But the tips would be great to help negate this. You know, my day off is in 2 days, and
He already
spot
negated
for
it,
my day off
though.
at all. Just being honest. So
Whatever.
tips would help a lot right now.
Wait, what?
Tips would be great to help negate this. You know, my day off is in 2 days, and I'm not
The
in a good
impending
spot
day
right now
off.
for my day off at all. Just being honest. So tips would help a lot right now.
Remember when he hyped up Kat as a second income? I remember that.
Okay.
Good times.
She gonna be a second income? Oh, man, imagine that, man.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Oh, how many save slots does he need for this game?
No, you can't fight chargebacks when they're fraud. There's a difference between, oh, I charged and I want to lie to try to get my money back. This is outright fraud where I was notified that essentially it was a stolen credit card. It was a series of tips that happened over the course of September. Over the course of like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And
So you told us in the past that those were also reported as stolen, but okay.
it all, basically the card holder now, I guess, checking their statements, realized they're like, oh shit. So now they're charging them all back, and there's nothing I can do about that. You just lose them. So, yeah. Okay. Who was the perp? I don't know. An anonymous tipper. I don't even know who it was. So.
Who's the perp? How would he know anyway?
Okay.
Like, dude, how would he know? If it's not the dude's card, it wouldn't have the perp's name on it. Oh, at least that's how I think it works, man.
Ugh.
Alright.
Alright, guys. We're in the basement.
Alright, guys, we're in the basement. Well, you kind of are. Alright. Thank you for watching. Now for sure it's over. Hope you had a good time. It was fun doing this little video. And I hope to see you guys in the next one, whenever that may be. I may stream tomorrow, maybe, or the day after. I'll figure it out. I'll post on the community page if I'm streaming or not. So, hope to see you when I see ya. And as always... Wait, I'm on the right screen. Oh, fuck. As always...
I feel the vibe. Time to skedaddle on out of here.
Alright, bye-bye!